Ding dong.
We're touching Tra-la-la in the Magical Murder Lab. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tra-la-la Addicts podcast.
All right, that's enough.
That's enough.
Yeah, sure is.
That is definitely a thing. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Sega Addicts After Hours episode 12.75. We have officially become the Kingdom Hearts of Sega-related podcast.
This has got to be a fraction now.
I am the owner of the site, Brett Hatfield. I forgot my name there for a second. Joining me today is our good friend and editor of pretty much everything, Scotty Moe, live from his car. And I stole your intro.
Live from my car. It's Sunday night.
Woo!
I'm sorry. I'm not going to look down because the phone is on my lap, but I wanted to at least jump in. Hello.
Right. We've missed you. And also with us, I have left my face up here way too long. I'm sorry. Also joining us is the mysterious Pocky X.
Pocky X!
Oh my god, you planned it out.
Oh, man.
We have become Super Sentai now. And again, just like last week, this isn't like really a numbered episode because we're still waiting on getting back to full strength and getting an actual topic, but we wanted to put something out just to maybe be entertaining. So as always, we're going to start with what we've been playing and what we've been up to this week. So since you don't have much time with us, I don't think, Scotty, if you want to go first, what you been into this week?
I really am trying my hardest to remember what I've played this week, but I don't think I've played anything. So I did see Hatsune Miku open for Lady Gaga, though.
Oh, how was that?
I was really far away. If I was on my laptop, I could show you guys some screenshots from the game, from the show. But it was cool. It was for anyone that's never seen her live. They have like three basically projector screens, but it looks just like glass, like windows almost, set up on the stage so that you can see her from different angles. And she just dances, and it's on Japanese. So there were a lot of confused people, but when she was done, there was definitely a reaction from probably.
You kind of went robo on us there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we? I think we lost him.
This is why this is not a numbered episode.
Yeah. We heard you there for a second.
I saw some of Scotty's tweets, and one of them said he wanted to smack the person next to him that said Miku was annoying.
Oh my god. I didn't even see that, but I am we will get into this a little bit better when he comes back to podcast properly, but I have been really interested in seeing how the American audience, especially one that's not in like a really, I don't know how to word this.
Not in San Francisco.
Basically, not in like a California city, basically.
Yeah.
I have been curious in how they would receive Miku, and
much larger Japanese population out there.
Yeah, just a much more, I don't want to say accepting, because that could be taken the wrong way, but much
more hipster.
Yeah, more hipster, I guess you could say.
Anything in front of them, and they'll be like, well, this is new.
Yeah, they're more willing to try things than I think this area is. I don't know if it's the same really in Pittsburgh, because I haven't really spent a lot of time up there, but it's like
we
other
have
areas.
Like one shitty anime convention, and that's it.
Yeah, there you go. Welcome back.
I saw a documentary on Pittsburgh called Fallout 3.
The Pit?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, no, I think Last of Us is a little more accurate.
But
But yeah, I don't even know how the anime scene is here because I don't even actually live in the city. But I was really sad that there was no Miku merch actually because I really wanted to get like a Miku tour shirt or something, but that didn't. There wasn't anything there.
Wow, that's kind of surprising. You'd think they'd be. You'd think at least like they'd have.
Kind of. I don't know.
Like, was there like nothing for her at all? Like no.
Nothing that I saw. The merch table was only like $40 Lady Gaga T-shirts and seashell bras and other raver stuff.
Well, that was handled poorly.
Yeah, you'd think they'd try to like at least Sega or somebody would try to capitalize, but
yeah,
it is what it is.
I mean, maybe like it was thrown on if she was thrown on or something. I don't know.
Right, because that was kind of like a.
That did come out of nowhere.
Yeah, kind of a sudden announcement. So it might.
Yeah, they announced it literally a month before it was going to happen. So I don't know.
They just probably didn't have enough time to really get the stuff made, and they'll have it like different shows. But that does kind of suck. But overall, it was a good experience and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it just like I was definitely having a good time. I just wished I was so much closer because I was really far away. But I mean, I wasn't going to pay $200 for crazy front seats or anything. But it was still cool to be able to say that I experienced that, quote unquote.
Right. And it was kind of cutting out when you were saying like how people were like reacting to it. Like
it was definitely like there was that slight silence after every song, but there was also applauding when she was done. Though a lot of people were really applauding because I guess by the end, they did play shit. I filmed. I mean, somebody filmed 2 of the songs, and I can't remember. I think Dance Hall or something.
World's End Dance Hall?
And he's gone again.
I think he's cutting out. I think he said World's End Dance Hall, so if they played that, I'm happy.
I said World's End Dance Hall. Bad reception.
Did they have Luca come out with her, or was it just Miku doing that part?
Whole time.
Oh, just Miku? Okay. Is that they usually try to have it to where they have like a Luca hologram come up too. But, oh well, I'm just glad they did because that's the first song I really got into.
Yeah, this isn't gonna work.
Damn your reception.
Unless Scotty is doing an impression of Auto-Tune.
Yeah, no, he's doing his best Vocaloid voice, I think. No, Vocaloid in the hands of an inexperienced user like myself.
Yeah. Oh, there, and he's gone.
And he's gone. Damn. It was good to have him on, though.
Yeah, I love Scotty.
It's been a while since we've talked to him, so.
Yeah,
he's
soft features.
Yeah. That we couldn't even see. We saw the roof of his car, though, so.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, he's back.
And he's back. And
yes.
Tune him.
Fuck it all. I'm on a highway. What do you think? It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
I'm just glad you're able to join us for a few minutes, though.
All right, just remember to stay in school and do your milk and don't drink drugs.
Couldn't have said any better than myself. All right. Exxon. Wait, no, I just called you a gas station. That wasn't an honorific. What the fuck's wrong with me? Tom, what have you been playing?
All right. So I have been picking up the Saturn controller and playing some Twinkle Star sprites.
No,
I don't know if I hit on last time. But Twinkle Star Sprites is kind of like, what if you combined a vertical, a down-up-ly shooter.
Yeah, vertical.
Yeah, vertical shooter with multiplayer puzzle game elements.
Huh? That's
So,
kind of a weird mix.
So it's like, say you're playing a game like Ikaruga. Have you played Ikaruga?
I have not, sadly.
Okay, so say you're playing a game like Tetris Attack.
I kind of know about that one. I don't play a
Puzzle
lot of
game.
shops.
Anything where there's two fucking sides.
Oh, okay, yeah. Call
Puyo Puyo. Puyo.
Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine.
Yes, yeah, there we go. How when you get combos, it causes things to show up on the other side.
Right.
And that fucks with your opponent.
Right.
In Twinkle Star Sprites, it's the same kind of thing, except for getting chain attacks on your side causes enemies to attack your opponent.
Oh, cool.
It's so fucking cool, and it's got this wicked, cute, magical girl aesthetic throughout the whole thing. So I highly recommend that for your Sega Saturn.
That sounds pretty interesting, actually. I need to try that.
It's an import, but once again, Saturn. Best games are imports.
Is that Japanese Saturn you were telling me about?
Not yet. That is still waiting on shipping information from the guy I bought it from.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
One step at a time. I've also been going back to an old favorite of mine, Sonic Advance 2.
Yes.
To celebrate my new toy. Because, yeah.
Oh!
She's so cute.
Hang it by its ears.
Cream is the best, and everyone who's in the know knows she's one of the best characters.
Don't do this to me!
So I've been playing Sonic Advance 2. I've also been playing Sonic Adventure. I don't know what other people think of that game. I just remember having good memories of it when I went over to one of my friends' houses growing up. I was one of those kids who completely bought into the whole Sega marketing of its thinking. I thought this might be the most advanced game console ever.
Well, it was ahead of its time, so.
It absolutely was. It was not thinking, though.
And by it, we mean Sega's ad department.
Yeah.
Outside of the Gary Payton commercial. That was great.
So that's also what I've been playing. I've also been, after a discussion we had last time on episode 12.5, I popped in Final Fantasy 13-2.
Yes.
And then I saw all the primer information that they had on there, and said, "Fuck it," and popped in Final Fantasy 13.
Oh, I thought you were just saying it like in a general, like you were still playing 13-2, but you were just calling
No, I said fuck it, took it out, and then put in Final Fantasy 13.
Oh, but 13-2 is such a good game.
And I just got to the part where the waters turn to crystal, and then you watch a cute cutscene with fireworks.
Yeah.
And it's not as horrible as I remember it.
Yeah. It's one of those things where you hear how bad it is, and it's like you kind of write it off. Because I was doing this myself when I got my copy. Is I was just kind of writing it off and just kind of snarking on it. I accidentally got a part where it looked like Hope was humping Vanille's hand once. So I had a bit of fun with that, but like it's one of those things where if you just kind of play it with blinders and just kind of forget the criticisms and just look at it on its own, it's one of those things that you really just kind of learn. I don't know if learn to love it is a thing, but it's one of those things where it's like, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought it was. It isn't as bad as I heard.
It's not as bad. It's still a far cry from good. I think. So my first impressions of this game are forever tainted. Because I pre-ordered this game when it first came out.
Right.
And the thing, I got a little bit into it, and then the game crashed.
Yeah.
And then the game kept on crashing. It turns out the PS3 I had at the time was defective.
Yeah.
And I formatted that hard drive 3 times to try to get this game working.
Right, it just didn't work.
And it didn't work, and I hate it. I absolutely hated it. And now that I have a slim PS3 and it seems to be working all right, I'm burning through the opening, and according to people in the know, the first 20 hours of the game is the opening.
Yeah.
And
It's
seriously,
very, linear, that first part. It's when you get to... do you mind if I spoil a little bit?
I don't want you to spoil anything.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
But
I hear lightning returns at some point.
Yeah, lightning returns and some things happen. But I had some problems with freezing on my copy too, and I was playing on a slim PS3. Apparently, it was just how some of the discs were manufactured at first. What part did it freeze on you? Was it like a? Oh,
it's like I would get to a certain point, then it'd freeze, and I'd load up the save, and then I'd get past that point, and then I'd save again, then it would freeze. It was just a bad experience.
Yeah, I didn't have that many issues with the freezing. My issues came during the CG cutscenes. The one that I remember in particular was there's one where Saz is flying a plane or something, and they're watching the news, and it would always freeze on that. And I kept panicking and thinking there was something wrong with my disc, but it never happened the rest of the game. But I think that a lot of people have reported freezing issues, and
yeah, that shouldn't be happening for a game of that magnitude.
No, it shouldn't be happening.
Considering how much money they've put into that game.
Exactly. And the good thing about Lightning Returns in 13.2 is that never happens in those games, thankfully.
Yeah, if that's the best news about those two games, then it is more playable.
Yeah, they weren't needed, but 13.2 and Lightning Returns do have a lot more technical love put into them. 13.2 just has a lot more love put into it in general. So I think you'll enjoy that a lot more than 13. But I am glad you're giving it an honest go.
I am. This is something that there's a reason I've kept these discs around, because I knew it was going to happen someday.
Yeah.
It just took talking to you to get that to actually happen.
I've
also been playing another really fun game called Dragon Coins.
Yes, I've heard about this.
Yeah, I'm going to be reviewing that for Sega Addicts.
Excellent.
And so far, so good. Like, you know, I'm starting to see where the paywall is. Like, that's... Oh. I'm starting to see where the paywall is. I can see it coming, but I'm not there yet.
Right.
So I'm still waiting for the game to throw me a curveball so that I don't have to worry about it. If this paywall comes and it hits as hard as I'm expecting it to, then this review is going to sink very quickly.
Right.
But so far, so good.
Now, don't pull a Stevie and don't spoil it for us. But
No. And also, I've been playing a really fun game called Can Tom Get Food Poisoning?
Ah, yes. Tell us about your experience with...
We're going back to food addicts, everyone.
Yes, we are.
I've been watching a lot of cooking shows. One in particular on YouTube I've been watching is Iron Chef Japan.
Oh, God.
Because that is one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. It's just this kitchen stadium with the secret ingredient in unveiling. And one of my favorite episodes of Iron Chef Japan is when they cooked sea urchin. Specifically sea urchin gonads.
Jesus.
And if you eat sea urchin, that's what you get. So, and when I saw all of their creative uses for the dish and like all of the awesome look of it all, I knew I had to have this. And I live in a somewhat okay area of Philadelphia, so I live next to a pretty nice Japanese place. So I figured I'm going in there, and I'm going to try the sea urchin. And it is amazing.
Now, this is what I didn't expect.
Yeah, like, I went online to look at reviews, not reviews, but just looking at Yahoo questions and shit like that. Say, okay, what does sea urchin taste like? Because I wanted to know that ahead of time. And then I got all these bullshit answers like, oh, it tastes like a fresh ocean breeze. No, it fucking doesn't. It's a fucking fish. That's not what it tastes like. You fucking dickholes on Yahoo questions. Fuck all of you. But I'll be damned if that isn't one of the best ways I can describe it. The taste was unlike anything I've ever had. It was creamy, and it was refreshing.
So it really was like a refreshing ocean breeze.
No, I'm cutting it off at Ocean Breeze because fuck that. But that was my first try of if you order it at a restaurant, it's called uni.
Okay.
That was my first experience with uni, and I am looking forward to having it again.
That's a character in Hyperdimension too.
Uni?
Yes.
Okay then.
Oh, the little PlayStation sister, the PlayStation Portable. You're eating a PlayStation lolly.
Oh, I don't want to think about these things. You're a monster.
A monster, and it keeps getting stronger. Okay. Did you have anything else go on, or play anything else, or?
I'm sure I played other stuff, but you probably heard me talk about playing other stuff. I just don't remember it.
I know you've been watching Sonic X.
Faster, Sonic X!
No!
I love that theme song because it is one of the. It goes back to the TGIF days.
Yeah.
Or the Saturday morning cartoon days where they put a full plot summary into the opening theme song.
Sonic the Hedgehog, you can't catch what you can't see. I mean, what?
Yeah, they also have Sonic the Hedgehog complete series on Netflix, which I tried watching one episode. What is the theme? Blue Streak when he runs through.
Oh, yeah.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
The serious one.
No, that's Sonic Underground, right?
No, Sonic Underground's the really, really awful one.
Oh, okay.
That's the one where they have guitar pendants around their necks, and there's 3 of them, and it's the worst animated thing I've ever seen. And Knuckles is there, but he's awful.
Sonic X isn't terrible. I'm actually kind of liking it.
Oh, I don't know if I can agree with you there.
It's not terrible.
It has its moments. I can admit, at least.
It has a great moment with Cream.
There's no such thing as a great moment with Cream. Damn it!
I'll show you a great moment with Cream.
Oh no! No!
It's on RedTube. Give me a second.
Oh no! Oh. Don't bring your Jelburu fantasies up in here. All right. After that craziness. Oh, I haven't talked about what I played.
Oh, you haven't?
Patient motherfucker. Jesus, what am I? I could fire you right now, boy.
You won't.
Why did I go gangster there?
I'm too beautiful.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I have not played much of anything because, as you guys were well aware on Tuesday, I spent most of last week sick as a dog. I did play a little bit. I played more Final Fantasy X HD, and I'm still in the same place I was because I spent all my time grinding.
For a second, I thought you were going to say I spent all my time playing Blitzball, and I was about to punch you through the internet.
No. I'm never touching Blitzball again. Oh, Jesus. I don't even care about Wakka's ultimate weapon. I just never want to play it again. I'm fine with the one that has Poison Touch on it, so whatever. But yeah.
Guys, I got an idea. We're going to take our RPG game for nerds and put sports in it.
Sports!
What can possibly go wrong?
This is coming from somebody who enjoys sports, clearly. Blitzball was fucking awful. It's awkward to control. Yeah, there we go. See, we're both... Well, I don't know if you're a sports nut. I am.
I like Philadelphia.
You like Philly sports.
Yeah.
I suffer through West Virginia sports. But the thing is like, if this doesn't hook us, and I'm somebody who bought every Madden from 2001 to 2011. I was one of those people.
I didn't like the Madden 2002 story arc. Yeah, I was kind of
Yeah.
lost on that one.
No, mine was kind of awesome. It was one of those build your own adventure things, and I had Ray Lewis kind of OP, and
You know what? So you're part of the PlayStation brand
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So have you played the MLB The Show series at all?
I have not. I've played a demo of it, but I need to play like a full game because I've heard it's probably
Their
the
their create a character mode that lets you basically play as a single player
right.
is the best of any game I've ever played.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Like Madden and NCAA and all that have that, but it's not nearly as robust as I've heard the shows is.
Yeah, the show is basically baseball RPG,
Yeah,
especially if you pick a starting pitcher
right,
as your position, which I always do because I love that.
right. I'd always
And
be a hitter.
yeah, it gives me an excuse to hit like shit like I do in real life.
I don't. The only thing I was ever good at in any baseball game, doesn't matter if it's World Series '95, MLB '99, doesn't matter. That's my experience with baseball games. Is stuff from the '90s still.
Yeah.
The only thing I was ever good at was home run derbies. So I would always be like a designated hitter or something.
I stopped being good at hitting once games got realistic.
Yeah, that's
So
about how.
once it stopped being Sega Sports, that's when I stopped being good at hitting.
Well, that's how I am. I bought NBA 2K13 just before Christmas, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna play their career mode because I've heard it's really fantastic too. And I thought, you know what, I'll just be a shooting guard, and I'll just burn through everything because I was always really good at basketball games back on PS2, PS1, stuff like that. You could not touch me at NBA Street. Let's just be honest there.
Oh,
Um,
sounds like a challenge.
oh, that's a throwdown. Yeah.
Is
I'd have
there
to
even
yell.
net code for that?
I always use like the Yao Ming guy. The guy was like a Yao Ming knockoff. He's like 8 foot tall. And he was like the best blocker in the game. But yeah, I got that, and it's like you said. Once sports games started getting realistic like that, I started sucking at them.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I could say it was the same thing with NCAA 14, where it just got too realistic and I started sucking. But no, it just got bad.
Yeah.
And that series was always better than Madden.
I stopped caring about basketball games once I was done with NBA Jam. I stopped caring about hockey games once I was done with Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey. These were all great arcade experiences.
Right.
But football, I think, has been going from strength to strength for the most part.
Yeah.
And
Although I feel like EA has just. Well, I think everybody thinks this at this point.
yeah, well, I haven't bought a football game since NFL 2K2 on the Dreamcast, but
Because like they had good Maddens during the PS2 era, but like once PS3 dropped, they just started getting lazy with everything. Like even NCAA, which has always been the better of the two EA
isn't
football
NCAA
series.
just last year's Madden?
No, it's actually better than Madden. It's consistently better, but this was their last game thanks to like some lawsuits and stuff.
Oh,
14
Jesus.
was. And I don't know what happened between NCAA 11, which was the last one I got, and NCAA 14, but 14 just, it's cheap. It's just really cheap. You try to throw a pass, and 9 times out of 10, it'll get knocked down. And back when I consistently played football games and everything, my passing game was the best thing I had. But you play that now, and it doesn't matter how open your guy is. Somebody's always going to just like teleport in basically and knock the pass down. It's really annoying.
I was definitely a '90s kid with video games, and back then, sports games were the multiplayer games.
Yeah.
If you wanted to play multiplayer games with your friends, you had the platformers where you took turns passing the controller, or you played sports games. So sports games are just another type of video game, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So I really don't, get the whole, like, anti-sports stuff from modern gamers, but they're just other video games that are fun.
Yeah, like when they're well made, there are like NBA 2K13 is a fantastic game when you're not playing career mode. Um, some of the Madden games, like Madden, I think it was Madden '04, is one of the best sports games I've ever played in my life. That was back when EA was on fire. NASCAR 2004 was also a fantastic game. NCAA '04, great game. That entire year for EA was great.
Your camera is just wobbling.
Oh, yeah, that's because I'm kind of shaking my foot and it's wobbling my desk. No,
Okay.
no. I'm building anticipation because I'm talking about sports. Yeah! Grr! Red beef and meat and yeah, bro it up, bro. So what the fuck did you do?
That's spilled water. I shouldn't have done that. I was getting too broed up.
Get jacked, bro. Brother Jack, dude. It's out in wood fresh, brother.
I just sacrificed my carpet for this show. I should clean that up soon.
But like, on one hand, I can see where the backlash comes from because of the culture, the gaming culture that the sports games have created, and then shooters have gone on to facilitate as well. And of course, Guitar Hero did the same thing, where it has allowed the market to get stagnant and just kind of oversaturated with just the same crap on a yearly release. That was my problem with Madden. The last Madden I got was 2011, and I never bought another one since because they just stopped caring and stopped trying to innovate. They would actually start breaking what wasn't broken, basically.
Yeah, I've heard that.
And like,
I think I think if there was a chart that showed listeners, they would just be falling and falling.
Yeah.
The longer the sports goes on. So what else have you been playing?
What else have I been playing? I have gotten back into Tekken Tag Tournament 2.
Oh God, it's almost a sport.
As longtime listeners know, I've always been a Tekken fan, and then BlazBlue kind of stole my heart away. But
I don't like 3D fighters all that much. Never will. I will get Tekken Tag 2 on the Wii U, just to piss you off.
Damn it! I thought you were going to say PS3, so we could have a throwdown.
No, I was going to get it on the Wii U and then just
asshole!
Video myself playing it on the Wii U and having a great time, and then just send that to you.
You know what? If you play as Leo in the Sheik costume or Shulk or whatever her name is, I will approve.
Okay.
Because that shows Leo butt. That's good. I mean, what? But speaking of butts, this week, I think it's the 14th, is the 10th anniversary of my favorite character's announcement and debut, which is Asuka, if you don't know me. And more to the point, that lady right there, all 4 or 5 of them. But
how we have found people to date us just baffles my mind.
Yeah. Oh, how we found people who support this shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, going off of sentimental stuff, I got back into playing that. I've been using a few other characters. I usually just run Asuka and Leo. Those are the only ones I'm even remotely good with, but I've been trying to run Lily a bit more because she was my sub before Leo came around, and then been running Miharu and Asuka, Kunimitsu and Anna, and Alyssa and Asuka, and it's pretty fun to get back into it. It's one of those things where I played it so much. It was one of those things where I would play it every single day for a while, and it was one of those things like, you know how there's some games you play so much you can play them in your mind when you're bored?
Mario.
Yeah, Sonic 3 for me. Tekken was one of those games. Like, I would just have full matches in my head whenever I got bored at work or something. So, but I play it so much, I guess I just got burnt out on it, and there's some fandom things that really pushed me away from the series. And of course, BlazBlue happened and was infinitely better. But it's nice to go back after so long and just kind of chill with it, not really be as super serious about it as I used to be, and kind of have a nice chill few hours, just sucking at survival mode and messing around with customizations. But
we still have to throw down in BlazBlue.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I have to destroy you.
Yeah, well, and you will, because I can't play that.
I don't know. Makoto's like her own tier, but that's not a good tier. It's like she's the lowest one. That's like you've got like Lychee and yeah, basically it's like you got Lychee and Bang and Kokonoe and Terumi up top. Then you've got everybody else kind of in the middle, and then you just got Makoto at the very bottom. Nobody else with her. So I don't know. Might be.
I think if the Street Fighter crowd has taught us anything, the longer a game is around, the less rankings mean. And I know I'm going to get shit on by some fighting game fanatics for saying that, but it's true. It always happens is that somebody comes up with a new way of playing an old established character and just blows the fuck away out of everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Well, like I heard there was a tournament, I can't remember the name of it because I wasn't awake when it was going on, but a buddy told me about it, that Makoto made the top 8 in it and then got eliminated immediately. But just the thing is, good fighting games, it doesn't matter who you use. It's more about skill. That's the thing I've always liked about Tekken is Asuka's been B tier, C tier most of her existence. Leo has always been like an A or a B at least, at lowest, but like a good character, a tier doesn't really mean as much as skill and just being skilled with a character. You can win with anybody. You can win with your favorites. Of course, like the professionals will always choose the people who are listed as high tier, like a Brian or Lars or somebody like that. But like you can win with anybody.
Yeah.
But the thing that's happened with Makoto is she's been nerfed so badly in Chrono Phantasma, and it's not going to get any better with the upcoming patch. She's going to get worse. Is that she's been nerfed so badly is nobody can win with her. Like, even people who have played her since her debut, like the pros over in Japan, like Goro and people like him, that have played her basically since her inception into the series, have dropped her for like Kokonoe or Bullet or somebody like that. Because she just can't, she's lost all of her damage output. And they've taken away so many effective tools that she had in Continuum Shift. And she feels great to play, like, she feels better than she's ever felt before. Like, control-wise and as smooth as she is in Chrono Phantasma and everything, she feels better than she ever has before. But by taking away her tools and her damage output, she's just, I don't want to say unwinnable with, because somebody who's got a load more skill than I do could probably still win with her. Definitely. But like, if you're seeing like top tier players, the best Makoto in the world drop her for Kokonoe, that's a problem. And they're not going to fix it until Blaze Blue 4 happens, and God knows they'll probably make her worse than that. And there's just no real reason for them to do this. Even people who don't play Makoto are like, why the fuck are they doing this? And it's like they're trying to make her the Dan Hibiki of the series. And that's kind of sad, because in the storyline, she's not a joke. She's not like a top-tier person, but she's important enough.
I think we just actually lost every listener.
Look, it's related to Persona, because it's Arc says, you know what, fuck you guys. You're going to miss a great show, motherfuckers.
Yeah, we got a mail sack.
Yeah. No,
it's funny if you know how I spell that.
No, I take it back. I love you all. We love you all. Please
keep listening. I know Scotty stopped.
He's left us by this point.
It's like, oh fuck, they're talking about sports.
Sports!
I'm gonna fast forward. Oh shit, they're still talking about fighting games.
They're talking about that fucking squirrel. God damn it! Actually, speaking of, I might as well show this off, because I didn't last week. I got my Noel. Oh, yeah.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you either showed that to me last week.
I showed it to you when we weren't broadcasting.
I'm just going to disgust Brett one more time with...
Oh, you motherfucker.
I wish Stevie was here for that.
Yeah, we miss him too, but he's left us a gift, and I have no idea what it is. So we'll see that later on in the episode. All right, so that's all I've played. Unless you have anything else to add,
News.
we will move on to news. And let me pull this up right quick.
Thank
you. That's better than the spike noise at the end. All right, so we don't have much news to really talk about this week because most everything was covered in 12.5 since we recorded on Tuesday last week. Tuesday. And but we got a couple entries here, a couple very interesting ones. First one we've got is Treachery in Beatdown City. It's Kickstarter. Motherfucker. Its Kickstarter is motherfuckered. No, its Kickstarter has been funded, so that is going to happen.
Scotty was real excited about this.
Scotty is very excited about this. He explicitly mentioned to me in a DM earlier to talk about this. So hopefully he will forgive me for the rest of the episode since I've done this. But yeah, it surpassed its Kickstarter goal of 49,000, and they are in development now. It's said to be a combination of Streets of Rage with Final Fantasy, which is a pretty fantastic combo, if you ask me. So
it's a combo that I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work, but I'm intrigued anyway.
It's an intriguing combo. I'm pretty excited because I do love a good beat 'em up, and of course I do love me a good Final Fantasy.
Breaker.
I know how Scotty feels now. That feeling of being done with humanity, and all you can do is just grit your teeth and just.
I can always make things worse.
Oh, it's gonna get worse later. If history is in the indication.
Yep.
I'm pretty excited about that. You seem pretty intrigued by it, so.
Yeah, I can't say I'm because I am not a beat 'em up fan.
Right.
There's only been one beat 'em up game in history that has really just been my thing, and that is Turtles in Time. Other than that, I can't say I haven't had a lot of fun with the genre.
Right. That's because you haven't played Godhand.
Yeah, I'm more talking about the side-scroller beat 'em up.
Oh, okay.
I like Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, I like stuff like that. I more prefer like the. That's why I like the Werehog bits in Unleashed. Well, tolerated them was because they felt like a low-rent Dynasty Warriors. So I kind of get where you're coming from there, but I kind of got
my face to think about that. That's like Dynasty Warriors. I know what that reminds me of. The butt fucking werehog.
No, it was the other way around. It reminded me of Dynasty Warriors. The really cute girl with like the circle blade. I forget her name. She is now a werehog. How does that make you feel?
I've been feeling a lot of things lately.
I sped up that food poisoning, buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Treachery in Beatdown City, it's happening. I'm pretty intrigued, pretty excited. I do love a good 2D beat 'em up every now and again, so I'm gonna keep an eye on this. I know Sky's gonna keep an eye on us, and we'll have more news pretty shortly, I think. Our next order of business is Ensorcelled. Alright, what is wrong with me? Insert Coin Clothing is working on more Sega-related apparel. They've done a lot of cool Sega stuff in the past. I'm trying to think what their newer stuff is. They have it looks like a dress based off of Casino Night Zone, which is interesting.
I'm going to click on that right now to check a look.
Yeah, I'm going to pull that up on the...
And I can't. They have a Jet Set Radio-inspired T-shirt.
They have a lot of those, and those look great. I almost bought the Beat one the other day, and I just kind of decided against it because that would be a lot of money. But they have some pretty cool stuff. I like their...
The prices are a bit more than I'd be willing to pay for novelty.
Yeah, and of course the international shipping to the United States is kind of a bit of a ball kick. But they have some really cool stuff. I like their. Here's the dress we were talking about, by the way. And I don't know how that's going to work, but hey, if they can pull it off, more power to them.
That's quite a dress.
That's definitely a thing.
That would get my motor going. Not afraid to say.
Would that rev up your spin dash?
It's I'm just done. Fuck it. Fuck it.
So that's a yes from the Mysterious Pocky X. Yeah, they got some cool stuff. I like their sportsy Sonic stuff on there too, like the Green Hill Track Club and all that. That's really cool. But I think the best thing they've got right now is the Beat shirt. I really dig that.
I think that's sold out.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That looks fantastic.
It's one of the more normal-looking things you can wear from them.
Yeah, that too. They had some Tekken stuff.
That casino night dress is not one for public.
Yeah, that's more like an anime convention type thing. Although if I saw somebody wear that in public, I would at least salute them.
Someone saw me wearing my Vocaloid shirt today in Philly, and they were just like, "Nice shirt, love it." And I was like, "Oh, that is awesome."
Oh, that's cool. Now,
Yeah.
see, that's the thing. I'm going to get on a bit of a soapbox here. Because on a few sites I go on, specifically a wrestling message board I go on, you've got all sorts of people who are like super insecure about the stuff they wear, like the shirts they wear and stuff like that.
I can't conceive of the possibility of a wrestling fan being insecure about anything.
Oh yeah, you get a lot like, oh, I can't wear. There's like WWE shirts. They have like this little tiny tag on the corner of the shirt. You know, like how a football jersey will have like a Nike tag with like the size on it. They have these on there, and they go into conniptions like, how do I get the tag off here? Oh my God, people can't know I like wrestling. And it's like, motherfucker, I wear my Daniel Bryan and CM Punk shirts to work all the time, and the most I've ever gotten a comment about my shirt is, hey, nice shirt. Or like if somebody's a fan, or somebody's a bigger fan, they'll talk my ear off about things. I've never once got the whole, oh my God, that's so freaking gay, that stuff.
There's only one fandom that I can understand being slightly embarrassed of.
What's that?
Bronies.
Yeah, no, and that's with good reason.
Yeah.
Considering the things that they have pulled, especially some of the stuff they've done recently, yeah, there's good reason to be. But like, I've never once gotten a, oh my God, you like that? It's so fake. That stuff. I've never once got that. I've gotten nothing but compliments.
I like wearing video game related shit. I like that. That's fun.
It's been the same with like, I'm wearing my Sonic shirt. I wear this to work all the time. Works out because it's blue. And I've gotten nothing but compliments on that. Some of my anime stuff, compliments on that if anybody recognizes it. Nobody gives a shit. Nobody's going to go into, oh, you're such a nerd. Nobody's going to go into that. I don't know why people worry about that.
And if you are worried about someone talking behind your back, just fuck off.
Yeah. It's like it doesn't matter.
Nobody actually cares. They might have a chuckle at your expense for a few minutes, but who cares? This is in high school.
You might get like a 13-year-old be like, oh, he's so gay, or something like that.
I did have like this little kid come up to me once.
Mm-hmm.
And this little kid is just like, you're an adult and you still play games? I'm like, yep. And that was the end of the conversation. Like, because he played video games. And he thought it was weird that an adult played video games. And I guess that's just what his parents have been telling him. You know, you get old, you stop that stuff. You gotta
grow out of it, so to speak.
My parents have been telling me that for years, and then I do this.
Yeah, so mine, and well, that happened.
Yeah. I've been hearing it for years that you're gonna grow out of it. No, I'm not.
It never happens.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna have a kid someday, and I'm gonna be like, all right, son, those are Dad's toys. You play with these over here. You get the Lincoln Logs. Fuck off. These are mine.
Okay, you get these Hot Wheels, and I'm gonna keep this one. There we go.
Yeah,
A lot of sports references up in here today.
I do get the insecurities sometimes, but at the end of the day, who cares?
It's more important.
Other people.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, you're probably never going to see these people again.
No.
Yeah, even I work at Walmart, and I'm probably never going to see half these people I've checked out ever again. It doesn't matter in the long run of things. Just stop worrying and just do you.
Unless you are really into lollies, in which case, just keep that to your fucking self.
Yeah, don't wear a Cream the Rabbit shirt. And definitely don't buy any plush toys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a Yoshi plush on my futon.
That's more acceptable in a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one's ever... Well, actually, no, I'm sure someone's written fan fiction about that.
Oh, we can find some later.
We are not.
Yes, we are. Off camera.
Sega Blog has posted a new dev diary on Alien Isolation, and let me tell you, nobody has been more cynical or pessimistic about Alien Isolation than me. But I saw this, and I was just like, this might actually be good. They might actually be pulling out the right stuff. Now, Stevie's impressions were still poor, and...
Yeah, it's like, they seem to be doing everything right in everything except for gameplay.
Let me think about this, because I personally think that what we're going to get out of this is going to be a good game. I don't think it's going to be great.
Yeah,
I think you're going to get out of it a good little time, and it's going to be over.
I think in an earlier episode I compared it to Sonic Unleashed, in that it's a game that's following a truly abysmal game, and they've shown that they're really trying to take care with it, and really say, okay, this is not Colonial Marines. This is completely different. You're gonna love this, and just like they did with Sonic Unleashed after 06. And Unleashed was a fun game. I liked it more than a lot of people did, I think. But to say it wasn't nearly as bad as 06 was. It was very fun, very playable.
I want you to think about this.
What?
Someday at GameStop, there's going to be the used game section for PS3, 360. And right there, right next to each other, is going to be Alien Isolation and Aliens Colonial Marines.
Yes.
And that's going to be a thing that people like Scotty are going to have to deal with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's going to happen immediately. Anyway, when it comes out new.
Yep.
And, see, that's the thing is, it's going to be hard to shake off that stigma, and they're trying. But I think it's going to fall in the same vein as Unleashed, where it's a good game, but it's going to be flawed. I don't think a lot of the glitches that Stevie mentioned are going to stay in. I think that's just some beta bullshit. I hope it's just some beta bullshit. But I don't think it's going to be the end-all, be-all Aliens game that a lot of people are hyping it up to be.
Well, yeah, and the build Stevie played,
mm-hmm.
When you get into game development, you often have, you have a separate team working on the demo build that's going to be going out to press shows.
Yeah.
So by the time the demo build is complete, there's the actual development build is probably 2 or 3 iterations further in. So I'm not too worried about that.
Right. I'm not too worried about some of the glitchiness, although I am hoping they fix how much you see the alien, to be honest, because I'm like them. I was kind of hoping it was more of a show, or tell but not show type thing, I guess.
And that's the way the original movie was. I've rewatched that recently, and that is still a scary movie.
Yeah, more psychological than, hey, here's a thing to be scared of. Look at it 1,000,000 times. I want something more psychological, and I hope they kind of take that feedback into mind and kind of work on that. I don't think they will. I think the concept's a little too. I think they're a little too far ahead in development to completely
and it's
change
also
that up.
It's hard to do that in a video game. You can
Yeah.
control timing to the nth degree in a movie, but in a video game, minus the cutscenes, you kind of have to work with how every type of player plays.
Yeah.
and that's not easy.
Yeah. But if they could just like reduce it a little bit, like even just a tad, don't make it like full on. That would be better than just how they had it or how they seem to have it in that demo build.
You know what games were not fun but did horror very well in a similar type of environment was the fear games.
I haven't played those.
They're not good. They're not really worth your time, but they did do horror pretty well.
Right.
And the problem is that once again it's like they did horror well,
but they didn't execute.
Part of horror in video games is being fearful that your character will die. And there was a lot of moments where if the little girl was popping up or she was doing her crazy shit, you knew it was just a sideshow, that nothing was actually going to happen to your character.
Right.
Like, that was just spooky effects.
Yeah. Like, I want something more psychological, but like, I still want that danger, too, like you mentioned. I don't want to feel like...
Silent Hill.
Yeah. I don't...
Sonic Hill.
Oh my god. I would be disgusted, but you just made me think of a Jun Senoi and Akira Yamaoka soundtrack collaboration. I kind of want that. I would take that. But that's just me. I don't know if atmospheric music and butt rock would really go well together, but hey, they're two of my favorite composers, so I'll take it. Alright, let's see, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, you were excited about this one.
Yeah, Sega has posted, good but not great numbers. Their sales, their profits are down about 8% from last year. But they're still showing profits of about $300 million, which is, golf claps. Well on you, Sega. And this was primarily due to Total War Rome, Football Manager 2014, the stuff that really moves PC numbers.
Oh, yeah.
Sonic Lost World and Company of Heroes 2. And I'm just glad to see Sonic on the list of big selling titles for Sega, personally.
Yeah.
And it was a very different game, and I like to see risk-taking rewarded.
Yeah,
Brett doesn't seem to agree with me.
Oh, Lost World. Watching the video of like the link level, I feel like that's what Lost World should have been more of. Not like that weird cylinder stuff or anything. I have not really played Lost World. What I've watched of it, I am not impressed with. Although I appreciate the quality put into everything else, the animation. The music may not have the best melodies of the series, but my god, that instrumentation is perfect. Like, that's the best the instruments have ever sounded in this series. So they've really put some love into it. And the writing was great. It's just the gameplay just does not look fun at all. And
I have a Wii U, and I still haven't picked it up. But I played the demo, and I really liked the demo.
Maybe it's just where I've just been watching YouTube or something. But it's just...
It doesn't control like Sonic, though. That is the thing.
Yeah. And, like, they had a great thing going with the Hedgehog engine formula that they started with Unleashed, that kind of kart racer style. Mm-hmm. I still don't understand why they felt the need to change that other than Wii U gimmicks.
I actually thought Sonic controlled really well in Sonic Adventure.
Sonic Adventure.
The maps and stuff weren't always the best. The layouts and everything, the way the game flowed, but the way Sonic controlled when you're in the action stages didn't always feel awful.
I can agree to an extent. There were still some things I wasn't a fan of, like having to charge up a spin dash through the light speed dash. I felt like that broke the flow of the game a little too much for me.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, and there's just some other little gimmicks that I wasn't a fan of. And then I honestly think Sonic Adventure 2 had Sonic's controls in that era better. Although there was also there was more issues with that than there were in Sonic Adventure 1, I think. Especially in level design and gimmicks and everything. But I can kind of see where you're coming from. But I still think the best he has ever controlled has been the Hedgehog engine series. Just when I got Generations, I thought, okay, I'm gonna.
Generations is phenomenal.
Generations is a work of art.
Mm-hmm.
That I know that might come across as a bit overstated, but
Absolutely not. I agree with you.
yeah, like that game is the best. That's why I don't understand why I decided to switch up the kart racer thing, because if they just kept building on that, perfecting that, they have something special.
And when I saw Lost World highlighted on one of Nintendo's videos, my first reaction was, this doesn't seem like Sega was making it. It seems like Nintendo was making a Sega game.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that.
Because Sonic controls very Mario-ish.
Yeah, and the whole parkour thing as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, the gimmicks in Lost World as well are just really bad from what I've watched. Like, there's one level where you're just a snowball. And it looks awful. It looks like the most boring shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, there's stuff in 06 I would rather play than being
Now, let's not say things we can't take back.
No, I'm not going to take that one back. I genuinely mean that. I would rather play Silver's stupid ball pushing puzzle in 06.
Fighting Climax.
Fighting Climax, yes. Let's talk about Fighting Climax more.
The Sonic 06 talk. Fucking done.
This is how you get me to shut up. Okay. So we got some new characters in Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax. One of these days I'll learn how to say that properly.
Which is the most excited I've been for a fighting game in a long time.
Yeah, it looks like Sega's take on Persona 4 Arena, which is ironic nowadays. But considering they own that too. But it does look like a Sega take on Persona 4 Arena. Looks like an interesting game. Has some Virtua Fighter people as well as some very infamous anime characters in it as well. We've got two more. We've got Miyuki Shiba from the Irregular at Magic High School and Taiga Aisaka from Toradora. And they're joining that game. And
including some characters that do not belong in fighting games at all, like Kirino Kosaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people who can throw vending machines at people.
Yep.
Like Shizuo.
Shizuo.
That's who I'm gonna main. Fuck yeah.
Just looking at the character list right now, if I had to pick a main, I don't think there's any choice but Shizuo.
Nah, Shizuo's. I might use Irio. I've never watched her anime or anything, but she looks fun. But
maybe Mikoto Misaka is probably going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, could be fun. I'm definitely gonna run Shizuo and Celty though. Like.
Yeah, Shizuo just to play as Daisuke Ono. That's just how I see it.
Daisuke Ono throwing vending machines at people.
It's gonna be great.
Oh, it's gonna be wonderful. So I haven't really talked about this game much. I haven't really been following it that much. But I'm pretty excited for it. Anytime there's a interesting looking 2D fighter, especially one by a company I love this much, I'm in there. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm hoping it'll come out in America. Probably won't, but then again, yeah, PS3 very import friendly.
Yeah,
so
it's gonna happen.
Always keep that in mind.
Brett and I are gonna throw down.
Hell yeah, and we might stream that shit because I finally learned how to capture things in decent quality.
Oh god, yeah, I'm so excited. Yeah, that sounded so genuine as I was scratching my eyeball.
That sounded like bad porn dialogue.
All right.
Wait, we're not supposed to talk about that anymore.
No.
Anyways.
No, let's hit Stevie's art corner, which is taking a decidedly different format this time. This time, Stevie has decided to provide us with the written word as art.
The written word, the Gospel of Stephen.
And Stevie has accompanied this with just a note for whoever reads it, in caps lock, might I add, that writing is art, drawings are art, but writing is too. So, thank you for clarifying that point, Stevie.
And it's interesting that he's going to so many new art forms. He's really reinventing himself after, redefining the lost art of the blingy last week.
Absolutely. This is 3 pages long.
And he's and he's going to redefine the art of fan fiction as well. And I'm very excited for this. Neither of us have read through this.
No.
Oh, we should also clarify that he is no longer just Stevie Grant. He is Stevie E. Grant.
Yes, yeah. So without further ado,
Mr. Exu, would you unfreeze yourself? Fuck. Folks, what it appears is the fanfiction was so good it melted his internet. Or at least that's the way I sees it. We're going to invite him back in. And hopefully this won't last too long so I don't awkward up the entire thing. Ah, he's back, I think. Well, I see his penguin. That probably came across really, really wrong. I have no music to play while we wait. I might have some music to play while we wait. And y'all can look at penguins while I do that. There we go. Oh, you're back. Okay.
Yeah.
What's
that picture you have up there?
I turned into Tsubaki Yayoi from Blaze Blue.
This is a theme. Stevie's Art Corner breaks the show every damn time.
That is very true. One second, I am just doing a lovely thing for all you nice people. Oh, yes. There we go. All right. So are you are definitely back, right?
Yeah, I'm here.
And you are the designated read person. Excellent. And you are a penguin. A very gassy penguin.
Prinny
dude.
All right. So, without further ado, as Scotty would say, allow me to start reading this totally legit fan fiction.
Yes, please.
This week is called Tom vs. Brett and Sega Addicts After Hours fan fiction by Stevie E. Grant. Once upon a time, Brett Hatfield was walking through a lush green field. The sun was shining, the birds were singing. There was a distinct smell of jasmine in the air, and all was right with the world. Brett was on his way to the local movie theater to catch the last showing of Super Sailor Venus Magical Girl X, the movie 2. The stars in the sky are ghosts in our hearts. Sprinkle Kawaii re-release before it left town. He only had 5 minutes to get there because he was lost track of time while he was wrapping his dick in sandpaper and wiping it along all of the furniture earlier. This was a regular activity, but he had to stop because he wanted to see the movie for the 5th time. If he didn't catch it, he'd have to wait at least a week for it to come to Laserdisc. Jesus Christ, Stevie.
Oh, don't break character now!
Brett was enjoying his walk. But he had to go faster or he'd missed it. He picked up his pace, but suddenly Tom jumped right in front of him. Tom had a huge grin on his face, like someone had narrowly avoided farting in his face, and he was super relieved by this. But Tom also had a giant impractical anime sword on him. Brett was impressed by his sword, not of euphemism, so he stopped to admire it. Definitely a euphemism. After exactly 2 seconds, he then tried to walk by him until Tom shouted at the top of his lungs, "Brett, I will not let you pass," said Tom, licking his lips with a lizard-like tongue and fondling his balls. Brett pondered this and answered, "Why not? I have seen Supercellular Venus MGXTM2TSITSAGIOHSKRR 5 times. Last night, after I stopped being racist to everyone in the world, I took a look at the World Anime Leaderboards." What the fuck? These aren't sentences. I had seen this movie the most times. This makes me the king of anime, and I cannot sacrifice my crown, Tom replied, while waving his giant sword around the place and accidentally killing someone in the process. It was okay, though, because that person was homeless. Brett stood back. He knew what he had to do. Brett stood, his feet apart, reached his arm out high and screamed, "Magical Tissue!" Suddenly, pink lights filled the air.
Oh my
Brett
God.
jumped up and all his clothes fell off. Tom stood in horror as he saw Brett's dick hole open up. Suddenly, a dragon flown out of it.
What the
The
fuck?
dragon looked into Brett's soul and breathed fire all over him. When the fire cleared, Brett was dressed as a skimpy schoolgirl outfit.
Yes!
He had short, tight fishnet stockings on and bright pink, spiky anime hair. He was now holding a giant wand with a star on it. He was wearing a multicolored bra which held giant breasts with guns for nipples. The dragon shrunk himself and climbed back into Brett's dick.
Jesus!
Brett flew to the ground and did a pose that you can find in a ton of manga. Brett was now the ultimate magical girl.
Oh my God. How do you see inside
Let
my...
me pass, or I shall use magical girl Brett magic to send you to hell or something. Brett checked out his sweet outfit in a pocket mirror. Tom knew he could not be outdone. Factual. So it's time. Brett stood in fear. What could Tom have up his sleeve? Time to... Tom took out a bunch of children's playing cards and threw them on the ground. He did it in a really cool way. It was just a shame that they were all plastic cards. Brett waved his wand and Tom froze in place. He knew he was finished and would be deprived of his place as the king of anime. Suddenly his codec rang. "Hello, Tom. This is Rose. Do you know what day it is tomorrow?"
Oh no!
What? No, why would I know that? What is it? I won't tell you. I'll let you think about it.
Oh my god.
That's fucking dumb. This also has nothing to do with the story, and I'm betting it's only here because the writer has been playing MGS2 and started to get really fucking ticked off at you. Anyways, bye, Tom shouted and turned off his codec. Suddenly he had become unfrozen and he turned around, but Brett had ran away. Tom's plan has failed. Oh well, Tom said, at least I still have racism on my side. Tom was very sad, but he cheered himself up by lynching black people.
Oh my god!
Now who was the racist? The end.
Jesus Christ. I am the king of anime. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Are you okay, buddy?
I wish I didn't have to read that.
It's better you than me, because I couldn't do it.
The
Oh my
fuck,
God.
Stevie? The fuck?
I am the king of anime.
That
Oh.
was total legit fan fiction.
He's been it seems like he's been watching a mixture of MGS2 cutscenes and Madoka.
I think he's just... You see, the thing about that story is that's half true. That the magical girl transformation sequence and duel Brett had did actually happen.
Yes, yes.
But we were not going to see the movies. And I did not lynch any black people.
Don't lie, I saw you.
I totally didn't. I saw 12 Years a Slave, and I realized I needed to stop doing that. It was an eye-opening movie.
But it's not as good as Sailor Venus, the animation, the Golden, the FES, the... Fuck.
Scotty, I just got huge news. My girlfriend got Friday off, and now we are going to be going to see your show together. Yay! That's for when Scotty listens to past all of this.
I thought that was a sequel to the story there.
No, I was just still in character of speaking Stevie. I think it's hard to get out of that type of sentence pattern after you read into it far enough.
Yeah. It's Stevie Knees.
My God, that hurt my face to try to keep talking while holding in.
My throat hurts right now after that.
Stevie, you have built a masterpiece. I am very proud of you.
We love you. And he was going to join us today, but he still has internet issues. He will be back next week. That's when we will do 13. I swear we won't keep being Kingdom Hearts. I swear. I promise.
Yeah, we can't title this show Decimal. We need to have a fraction.
Sega Addicts, episode number 12, 358 by 8.
And the thing about the fraction is, it must be able to be simplified, but we're not going to.
Yeah.
Because fuck you, listeners.
That's the Tetsuya Nomura way.
So, okay. Now, the main feature, the Nick Nguyen Mail Sack Special.
Yes.
Right. Adjusting my own sack for this real.
And I need to pull some of these up, too.
Yeah, I'm
prepared.
Well, I got them all up, so.
I would also like to point out that our friend Mr. Nick is an Adam Rose fan, and that means he's awesome.
Yes, Nick.
Don't be a limit, people. Be a rosebud.
For people that don't know, I used to do a show called Game Vein, and at some point, Nick Nguyen started listening to that and started submitting questions every week, and he has improved my life ever since.
And he has followed you to Sega Addicts, and
I apologize for that.
And he has linked you pictures of you being killed in the movie.
Yep. He is an alarming person to have around.
And he enjoys pro wrestling, so we're pals over that. And we're going to answer some of his questions because he is definitely a thing.
So I'm going to skip his first question because I just don't understand it.
We'll just say yes.
Yeah, so yes. His first question was, okay, I'll just read it. Fuck it. Was Ooh La La the real mastermind behind the hit song La La La?
Yes.
I don't know what he's talking about. When the first time he sent me that message, I thought he was talking about this song.
I can't dance.
I'm done.
Deep.
The second question. I'm just going to keep using his full name in spite of how damaging that will be, especially considering Stevie's art gallery. When's Streets of Rage coming out? Before Hell Freezes Over or when Half-Life 3 comes out?
Same time Marvel is.
Oh my.
When's Marvel?
Is there another Streets of Rage planned? I was not aware.
No. Unless we count Treachery and Beatdown City, but that's not really Streets of Rage.
So yeah, that's when it's coming out, when those guys get done, because apparently that's going to be like the next beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Or you could just get Dynasty Warriors.
Or Sonic Unleashed.
Don't.
Or God Hand. Everybody play God Hand.
Yeah, that's on PSN for like $10.
And it's fucking worth it. Play God Hand, damn it.
That's the motto of this show now. Play God
Even
Hand.
if you don't want to give your money to Capcom, play God Hand.
Oh god, I forgot how much I hate Capcom.
and then record yourself singing the ending song from God Hand.
It's funny that that Capcom has lost the father of Mega Man and is now doing the Mega May celebration on the Nintendo eShop. It's like, oh god damn it, Capcom.
I just feel bad. Well, I don't feel bad for Yoshi Nori Ono anymore after the whole DiCaprio thing. So, yeah, he can suffer there.
Next question from Nick. I hate the Egg Viper boss fight. What Sega boss fight is the worst for you and why?
Get a load of this.
I can actually think of one boss fight that will always stick out in my mind because I can do it nowadays. But
right.
When I was a little kid, an uncoordinated little shit, I could not finish Chemical Plant Zone in Sonic 2 because of the stupid fucking insta-kill like platforms that dropped out when you're fighting Robotnik.
Right.
And whenever I got hit by Robotnik, I basically just got hit into one of those. And nowadays I'm playing Sonic 2, I just blow by that fight. It's not a big deal for me. But, man, as a kid, that made me hate Sonic.
It was traumatizing.
It was.
That and, like, the stairs when I was a kid, like, the stairs before that was always really bad. Mm-hmm. I think the worst boss fight in Sega history comes from Sonic the Hedgehog 1. Labyrinth Zone. It's not even a boss fight. You just chase him.
Fucking just climbing.
It's just a climbing thing. You don't even get to hit him. And it's so fucking dumb.
Yeah, that is the worst boss fight ever.
That is the worst Sonic level ever.
Yeah.
I said this earlier. I'm going to say it again. I would take anything from 06 over
It combines all of the worst elements of Sonic. Insta-kill traps and underwater.
Yes. And just sheer fucking nonsense.
And the worst boss fight.
Yeah, it's just, ugh. I was actually really worried when they put that back into Sonic 4, and it ended up being a decent fight. It wasn't great, but it was decent, which is a great metaphor for Sonic 4 Episode 1 as a whole. But, yeah, and there's some stuff in Sonic. Oh, the Metal Sonic plane fight in Sonic 4 Episode 2. There was a lot of bad things in Episode 2, but especially that.
I didn't play Sonic 4 at all, for the most part.
The first one was alright. It was great at the time, and then Generations dropped and completely blew it away.
Generations is good. I just have a problem with the frame rate during the 2D sections.
Yeah, I can dig that. I have some frame rate issues like with Sky Sanctuary and Crisis City occasionally, and where I do a lot of speed running and everything. That's my whole thing with that game. It really throws me off. I'd actually like to point another one from another Sonic boss from Generations this time. The final boss, the Time Eater. You go from a pretty okay final boss. It wasn't great, but it was pretty okay. It had great music, at least, in Sonic Unleashed. And you have probably the best Sonic final boss of all time in Colors.
I did not play Colors either.
Oh, Colors is amazing. And the final boss in that, very fun. None of this supernatural stuff. It's just goofy-ass robot, Sonic not in super form, and it's just a good one-on-one throwdown. Very fun. It has amazing music as well. You had a pretty decent and a fantastic boss fight, and then Sonic Generations comes out. The entire game, except for Planet Wisp, is wonderful. One of the best experiences Sega's ever put out. And then the final boss of the big 20th anniversary game is... it's just... It has no real direction to it, and I'm still surprised to this day that I was able to get through it without taking damage, at least once for the trophy. But it's very confusing, and it's filled with just repeated catchphrases like, "Oh, that looks like a homing shot. That looks like a homing shot." It's worse than "Get a load of this" from Sonic Adventure 1.
It's weird. When you do that high-pitched falsetto voice, you sound exactly like Cream the Rabbit from the Sonic X cartoon dub. I'm just saying, it's strange. It is actually strange how much you sound like the bad dub of Cream the Rabbit.
I was actually trying to be Tails there, but... Jesus.
Sonic!
Sonic?
My favorite impression of Tails is always going to be Alex Riggins.
It's always going to be Alex Riggin with the lisp.
Yeah. Sonic!
Sonic! If we ever do fanfiction radio play and Tails is involved, we're getting him on. It has to happen.
We have to. We have to.
Absolutely.
Nick's next question is, who is the best Sonic clone? Shadow, Silver, or Metal Sonic? I'm pretty sure you're going to say Silver.
I am very... I'm kind of torn between Silver and Shadow. I think Silver... I'm going to go with Silver because Shadow's pretty okay, but he had that bout of scene kidism in Heroes and his own game that was just kind of lost him some cool points.
I'm just gonna go with Shadow because he has no cool points.
Well, 06 made him a cocky bastard again, and that's one of the few things that game got right was his characterization. So he's on the right track if they ever bring him back again.
I tried my best to not play bad games, so the references you're making to 06 and Heroes... Oh, sick. That is actually perfect.
Sonic sick.
Sonic, oh, shit.
Oh, when I live stream that, you'll get the full experience, my friend.
I will be getting an experience, that is for sure.
Oh, yes. The Princess Elise experience.
So, in actuality, I didn't play a lot of the games that really expanded upon Shadow, Silver, and Metal Sonic, because I didn't play Heroes, I didn't play 06.
Yeah.
I didn't play Shadow the Hedgehog. That's for damn sure.
I played them all, somehow. And Shadow's character development has not been very good, aside from SA2 and 06, to be honest.
06 is such an interesting game. I just wish I can experience it without playing it.
Yeah, well, I can make that happen. Eventually.
Yeah,
I've been teasing this for months, but it's going to happen, because I can capture stuff in good quality again.
Which is the sadder loss? Once again, these are all Nick's questions. I'm just going to stop announcing it.
Okay.
Which is the sadder loss? Bubsy the cat or Ristar?
Ristar.
Ristar, definitely.
Ristar. Bubsy can get fucked.
Bubsy 3D has ruined anything about Bubsy that might have been good.
Oh.
I don't know if you've ever played Bubsy 3D.
I've watched it, and it's not good.
It's not as bad as 06.
I don't know. I'd say they're on the same level.
And it's hard for me to stay focused on this podcast because I seriously think I have a fever right now, and I'm getting dizzy.
Understand.
So we should probably end this show sometime in the near future. But let's get through all Nick's questions.
Yes, let's get through these because he is the main topic.
He is the main character of this show.
Yes.
Project Diva enters the Royal Rumble. Who comes out the superior wrestler? And who goes on to headline WrestleMania?
Mako. You don't fuck with a drunk girl.
I'm going to have to go with Luca on this one.
Oh, yeah!
I think Luca can hand out the punches.
She can do double lariats. I know one of us had to make that reference. It had to be me.
I'm just trying to think, like, who would come out to support her.
Miku.
I don't think so.
I ship that like crazy.
Don't
fuck with me.
This episode has gone in a direction I didn't want it to go. Next question. Did anyone else forget Billy Hatcher? Because I didn't, and I did not either. Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg, yes. More, please.
I've never played it, but I play a lot of All Stars Transformed, so...
It's not good. I mean, it's all right. It's not great.
I know the girlfriend likes it, so there's that, but...
There's just so many games out there nowadays that fall into this category of, yeah, no one's going to remember this in a few years.
Yeah.
It's competent. It does what it needs to do. It's clearly trying to do absolutely nothing interesting.
It's just a time waster.
I'm surprised Super Monkey Ball has stuck around as long as it has.
I'm not too surprised on that one.
There's no appeal to me there. There's no appeal anywhere.
There's no appeal to me either, but I can kind of see where that one would be appealing.
The character is cute.
Yeah, it's a very interesting puzzler. I can kind of see that. I can't really see anything about Billy Hatcher that would make it stand out compared
I played a Super Monkey Ball arcade at Dave & Buster's once, and that was cool.
Yeah. And like it seems like it has that kind of brutal challenge to it to where it makes sense where that one has a bit of a following compared to Billy Hatcher, which this is going to sound bad coming from somebody who owns a Sega site, but it just doesn't have much appeal to me. I'm sure it's a fine game, but it just doesn't really stand out.
One sec. I'm going to grab a thing of water. Answer the next question for me.
Okay.
What is Miku's walkout song?
There's actually one under that, but we're going to save that till you get back. What is Miku's walkout song at WrestleMania? Well, it would have to depend on what would go best with a cool entrance, a WrestleMania tier entrance. Weekender Girl could be cool. World's End Dance Hall if it's a tag team with Luca. I was going to say Chain Intention, but no, that's a little bit too chill for a wrestling entrance.
Brett, what would your walkout song be?
Mine would be Sword of Doom from Blaze Blue Continuum Shift. Because, my God, that has some of the best guitar riff work ever.
I think yours would be Shawn Michaels.
Oh, Sean. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I got the looks. That actually is one of the greatest theme songs of all time, though. I ain't even gonna front there.
Suck your ball.
Now if we're thinking something that isn't Vocaloid, I would have to say Hiroshi Tanahashi's theme, High Energy. Because I can see her doing that kind of Genki girl type thing.
When are we finally going to see Danica Patrick Adventures?
No, there's one under that. Name one character you would add to the Jet Set Radio crew, and why?
I forgot that. Yeah,
That's why I'm here, buddy.
name one character.
Does this mean like an OC or like a character from another franchise, or?
I was about to say, the Jet Set Radio crew is pretty rad as it is. I mean, I always play as Gum anyway, so what does it matter?
Yeah, I always play as Gum.
You know what? I would love to see the Vocaloids in that style.
Yeah, I could do that.
Like, if there was a new Jet Set Radio and Sega went all out with, like, DLC and made Vocaloid DLC for it.
Oh my god, yes.
Miku spray painting or even just downloadable content like Vocaloid spray paint patterns and things like that.
Yes. Well, I mean, we kind of see that. We kind of see shades of what they might look like in Makaku City Actors, where like you'll see like some of the characters in there are clearly based off the Vocaloids that Jin used to make the songs for Kagero Project. So we kind of see a little bit of that in that. But it's not like explicitly like, hey, this is Miku. It looks like Miku, but it's not.
Why are you so much more fucking Asian than me? Fuck you.
I am the king of weeaboo.
That is your wrestling name.
Kawaii.
Sailor Brett. Oh,
I hope nobody really saw what I just did.
I'm so hoping that's in the final cut.
Oh,
you know what? I love you. I need to be part of everything you do.
I need you.
We need to be linked at the butt. Just
right, the other thing.
Like that scene from Requiem for a Dream with the ass-to-ass dildo. That needs to be us. Can we do that?
I thought you were about to say Human Centipede.
No, that's just not fun long term. It's fun short term. I would like to. I would like to be. If there's the ABC order, I would like to be letter B, ideally, with you as A, and then Stevie as C.
Jesus Christ.
In a perfect world.
A whole new world.
And Scotty would be the mad doctor.
Oh my god.
Put us together like that. Oh, good.
Go see Wine and Spirit, y'all!
Yeah, go see Wine and Spirit. Brett and I will be there doing that.
Oh.
Scotty will come out. He will announce some stuff. There will be no one in the bar, and just Brett and I there as the human centipede.
Jesus Christ.
They will get kicked out because Brett will start shitting in my mouth. Let's do that.
That's not. What have I got myself into?
I would like to add the Vocaloids to the Jet Set Radio crew. That is what I would like.
Vocaloids, yes. Vocaloids are good. Vocaloids are really good.
Also, the Persona 4 crew.
Yeah, I could kind of see Kanji.
Kanji would be good in Jet Set Radio.
Kanji would be a great fit. Chie would be a great fit.
Really, just any excuse to see Chie's legs more. That's really what I want.
Yeah, same. Naoto would be funny. I do not condone this, but this is very, as they say, radical. I could go for that, but mostly Kanji and Chie would be great.
So let's talk about eating your poo again.
No, let's talk about Chie and Yukiko, please, and how their relationship is accused.
Eating your poo?
No! Let's talk about Yukiko.
When are we finally going to see Danica Patrick adventures like we've always wanted?
Never. I want her out.
Why was she ever in Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing in the first place?
See, this is the thing. I am a racing fan. I'm a NASCAR fan. I have followed the sport since I was little. Danica Patrick, for those who don't follow racing, they might
She's not good.
She's not good. She's terrible. She's been racing since the early 2000s. Her only win in any series at all is a fluky fuel mileage win in Japan in the IndyCar series. She has never actually went out and dominated a race or anything. She's never won, even in the lower levels of NASCAR. She's certainly never won the top levels of NASCAR. She's not good. She is basically a marketing machine.
She exists to sell GoDaddy.
Yeah, exactly. That's the only thing she has ever been good for.
Racing fans don't respect her.
Yeah, and here's the thing. I know the Tumblr police are going to be like, oh, you're such a misogynist. No, I'm not.
No.
There are definitely...
You're racing fans.
There are women drivers out there. There are women drivers out there who are incredibly talented. If they had the equipment that Danica has, she has top-flight equipment in any series she runs in. And she can't do anything with it.
Yeah, the problem is so many of these really good female drivers look like me and Brett.
Yeah, they don't, and they either that or they look good, but they won't sell themselves to be bikini models for GoDaddy.
Yeah.
And they just won't get the sponsorship that they deserve because they won't just sell themselves to be a media thing.
Not to say that women can't do that if they want to. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah, now that's the thing. They can do that if they want to, but that's the only reason Danica got big. She doesn't have talent. She just has boobs.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this is going to come across as so wrong, and I do apologize if I offend anybody there, but it's just, yeah. There are.
How can we offend someone by saying facts?
Yeah, that's the thing.
This isn't news to anyone. Everybody knows she's not good.
This isn't news to anybody who actually follows racing as more than just something I see on Twitter every now and again. She's just bad. She's a very bad driver. She can't do anything in top-flight equipment when some of these other women drivers could go out there and be consistent winners, possibly in it.
Now, if she did have a Sonic Adventure-style game called Danica Patrick Adventures, I would play that.
I would not.
Because I would like to see what animal friends she has.
But here's the thing. Going back to why she was in Transformed, there's no rhyme or reason to it. Here's the thing. It's NASCAR is built on marketing deals. Sega wanted to sponsor Danica's car in Nationwide Series that year. Fine, cool, whatever. The thing is, why put her in the game? She has no connection to Sega.
And her character model looks so weird.
It looks awful. She's never been sponsored by them, aside from that one event. She had never had any dealings with them in the past. Another thing that is weird is her boss at that time, Dale Earnhardt Jr., is noted as a gamer. He still, even at the height of his fame right now, he still takes the time to run a sim racing league for NASCAR 2003, which is one of the best racing games of all time. He still takes his time out to play stuff like that. He's noted as a gamer. And the fact that if they wanted somebody in a NASCAR personality in the game to help sell, you're already dealing with Dale Jr. Why not go with him? He's a much bigger name. He actually has some talent to him. And
he is a huge name.
He's a huge name. Even people who do not watch racing or sports of any kind know who Dale Earnhardt Jr. is. And it's why not go for him? At the very least, have him make a cameo voicing the pit crew on the Hornet 41. You're going to put that in the game, have him make a little cameo there.
And he's a damn talented driver, too.
He's good.
Not number one, but...
He can get the job done, and he's doing better than he ever has this most recent stretch. I had no idea you were a racing fan, so this is a nice little eye-opening thing. But yeah, he's damn good at what he does. He's not a top flight, but he's damn good. And he would have sold more copies of that game just by having his name on it than Danica Patrick could have ever sold. And if you're already dealing with him, why not go for him?
Of all games, Sonic and Sega All-Stars Racing.
Yeah.
You could not have misplaced a human character in a game more.
Yeah, I mean, you've got, like, you look at Vice, very cartoony. You look at all the Jet Sets, very cartoony. You look at all the Crazy Taxi characters, very cartoony. And then you got hyper-realistic, talentless diva.
One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, one of these things just doesn't belong anywhere. I soapbox that. I'm
only
so sorry.
saying that because we're sexist. I want to get that out there. Like,
oh, of course, of course.
Put any like wrong implications to it. This is 100% sexism.
Dear Tumblr.
Nick asks us.
Daytona? Daytona?
Daytona! I actually saw Destructoid posted a video of that song. And
yes.
You will never see a happier person singing a song. It's just like the whole time he's dancing along. He's really into it.
You will very rarely see me happier than when I'm playing an actual Daytona USA arcade cabinet.
We should meet up and do that.
Yeah, that's better than the other thing. But like,
that's one does not mean we can't do the other things. I'm just saying we should make that a part of we can't schedule this trip around one thing. We can't be like, oh, we're just going to do Daytona, or we're just going to do the Human Centipede. There's time for both.
God damn it!
I think this is something that we should get on the calendar.
Jesus, man. But like when I went to Australia last year, me and my girlfriend, we went to this little theme park that's right under the bridge in Sydney called Luna Park. And it was a very cool place. One of the nicer theme parks I've been to. But I swear, I don't think anything got a childlike reaction out of me more than this little arcade they have in there. And they had, not only did they have Daytona USA cabinets, and I finally got to play that for the first time, and that was awesome. But they also had Sega Rally. I'm like, I have found my holy grail.
I have Sega Rally 2 on the Dreamcast.
I've still got Sega Rally Online. I haven't played it in a while, but that was a pretty fun game. Very bare bones, though. I remember.
If I had to pick between the two, I'd say I prefer Sega Rally over Daytona, actually.
I prefer Daytona, but that's just because I have those stock car roots in me. From just being a fan.
I get that.
But I think Sega Rally is a slower paced game, and it's more in line with how I like to play, like something like a Gran Turismo or something. In a weird way, I guess. Actually,
let's do it right now. No, after the show is over, you're going to have to tell me what the best NASCAR game to get for PS3 is. Unless it's
I could go ahead and tell you now. None of them. Well, no, okay. Gran Turismo 6 has NASCAR cars in it. But it's not like a full NASCAR game. There is no such thing as a good full NASCAR game for PS3.
That's a shame.
It is, because, like...
Nick asks, get ready to make some crazy money. Are you ready? Yeah.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
That's the only answer to that question.
Yes.
I love Offspring. I legitimately do love the Offspring. So that is one of the more fun games to play.
My thing with people complaining about the Offspring being taken out of the re-release is it supports custom soundtracks. Play some Offspring anyway, damn it.
Yeah, I don't care either way, really. But I do like that song.
Yeah, it's a great song.
Nick asks, why is Alpha Protocol the best?
You motherfucker.
I don't know if he knows that I love that game.
Oh.
But I really like that game a lot.
I got it for free through a Free Stuff Friday contest, and I really don't like it.
All right, I played hours and hours and hours of that game, and I want to know why you don't like it, because it's one of my favorites. Like, when I list some of my favorite games, Alpha Protocol is on the list.
Well, admittedly, I've only played through the prologue.
Bullshit. 10 points from Gryffindor.
But, it committed two kind of big offenses for me. One, the battle system was just very confusing to me. I'm already not. When I played that, I was already in my I don't really care for shooters much anymore phase. And then I got to playing that, and it was just very wonky and very confusing. And then I just felt it was boring.
See, for me, I felt like it was a James Bond simulator. And I fucking ate up every single goddamn James Bond movie, even the shitty Timothy Dalton ones. I love those movies. I even love the bad Pierce Brosnan movies. I actually think Timothy Dalton did one of the better jobs of playing Bond, but whatever.
But his stories weren't very
good. The cello case skiing, that was pretty cool. The cello case sled, that was awesome.
Right.
But that's what Alpha Protocol was to me, was a James Bond simulator. And even to the point where, like, if you chose the totally dickhole option in the dialogue choices, it actually became like a Sterling Archer simulator. I don't know if you ever watched the show Archer.
I have not.
It's James Bond, but what if everybody who was involved with James Bond was fully aware of how much of a dickhole he is? Right. That is what Archer is.
Oh, okay.
And Alpha Protocol, the guy goes over the top with the dickhole option, and it's great. And I actually found the combat to be not that offensive to me. And I don't like shooter games.
Right.
Like, I bought Killzone Mercenary recently for the Vita. And I got Killzone Shadowfall for the PS4.
Right.
And these are well-received, mostly well-received shooters. And I'm not having fun with them. And I think I might be done with the genre, but I still love Alpha Protocol.
I kind of know how you feel there with the genre thing, is because Binary Domain was for free on PlayStation Plus for a long time.
Yeah, downloaded that. Didn't like it. That was another one of the games that made me go, I think I just don't like this genre.
Yeah, because like I used to play a lot of shooters back in the day, and then I've just kind of slowly weaned myself off them. I think the only one I consistently play anymore is Metal Gear Solid, and that's not really a shooter. And even then, I'm kind of seeing myself get away from Metal Gear Solid and prefer Rising more these days.
Well, I prefer any day of the week. If I'm playing a video game, I want ridiculous.
Yes.
Like, I can't stand realistic, well, quote-unquote realistic games. I want video games to be as stupid as humanly possible, because they can't do Metal Gear Solid Rising, Revengeance, whatever the fuck they're calling it, in a movie. People would be like, that's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And it would get shit reviews and no one would like it.
Right.
But you can do that in video games.
And get praised for it, and rightfully so. That game is fantastic in every fucking way.
Like, as long as you can execute really good gameplay, moment-to-moment gameplay, you can commit every sin in the book when it comes to story. Case in point, what the fuck is it called? I don't know, Metal Gear Solid 2. That game is so fucking stupid. Unbelievably stupid.
But it's so fun.
Yeah.
That's
absolutely.
That's the only Metal Gear game I'll consistently play these days. Well,
Metal Gear Solid 3 is my all-time favorite.
See, Metal Gear Solid 3 is when I started like subtly falling out of love with like third-person games and stuff like that.
To me, the game is good.
Mhm.
Like, and it tries to be serious, but because it's trying to be serious, the ridiculous elements are just so much more ridiculous.
Yeah, like
fucking bees.
bees everywhere. You've got the space fire ghost that chases you. You've got ocelots.
You walk through hell basically at one point.
You've got ocelots.
You got a guy named Revolver Ocelot.
Enough
said there.
Ocelot is the best thing about Metal Gear. Enough said.
Yeah.
But yeah, like shooters, just I fell in love with them for the most part, and I think that's part of why I just can't do Alpha Protocol.
And it's not a shooter. It's an RPG.
It's an
RPG with shooting in it.
Yeah. Well,
Don't play through the game. I promise you'll have a good time.
You say that, but it's like I got Resonance of Fate in that same pack. I got like a huge pack of games from Free Stuff Friday, and it's an RPG with shooting in it. But the shooting in that is very, very good. It's very, very fun.
That's a game I dropped after the tutorial because I had no fucking clue what was going on.
No, okay.
I would like to see you do a video feature on how to play that game, because I think that is something that can get a lot of people interested.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. Like, I see this in the tag for that game. It's one of the few tags on Tumblr I track. And a lot of the stuff I see is, oh my god, it's so hard and it's so confusing. And
that's because it is.
It is. And it's like, I want to just go to these people and be like, okay, here's what you do. Here's exactly what you do. But it's hard to put that into text.
Yeah, don't.
And it's
hard.
Into a
video feature.
And it's hard to do that, like, verbalizing it, too. It's one of those things like, I can't tell you, I can't write it, I can't tell you, I just have to show you.
I'll tell you what game has really opened up for me now that I've played far enough into it to care. Final Fantasy 13.
Yes.
That paradigm system is fun.
Yeah, the paradigm system, at first, and this is another thing.
The game takes way too long to get to it.
Yeah.
I can sleepwalk my way through until the water turns to crystal. Not spoiling anything, but once the water turns to crystal, the game opens up the paradigm system. Before that, I am literally mashing X throughout every battle, and that's it. And that is fucking too long.
But once you get that, and that's when it draws you in. Because I was thinking that same thing. I was like, boring soldier battles, okay, this isn't very good. And then you get to that temple part, it's like, Vanille's weapon kind of blows.
I think we've been recording too long.
I think we have. I'm not sure how long we've been recording for.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Yeah, I think. Do we have any more questions from our?
No. Nick's mail sack is empty.
Okay, he is
all over us.
Yeah, he has blown his load.
And I have the cream to prove it.
Motherfucker. How many times have I said that today? Alright, so let's get to some plugs.
I've got a plug for you. I have an idea for a movie, actually. It's called Butt Plug Time Machine. It's the sequel to Hot Tub Time Machine, except it's a butt plug. And it stars Gordon Ramsay, who basically goes back in time and judges historical chefs, and then, I got some messages on Twitter. Are they related? Okay, anyways, it was just some business stuff from Scotty. Anyways, Butt Plug Time Machine. It's Gordon Ramsay traveling judging famous chefs throughout history. And then after he's done judging their restaurant, he's like, okay, your cooking is shit. Or your cooking's delicious. I can see why you're famous, etc. Then he just undresses inside their kitchen and slowly inserts the butt plug. And then he travels through time to the next location.
Oh my god.
You don't seem like you like my idea.
I don't think I would go to see that 5 times. Think it's so funny. Oh my god.
But you would see it once. So if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at Sega Tomcast. If you want to follow Brett on Twitter, he is at Asteroid Vision.
Yes, if you want to follow Scotty Mo, he is at Scotty Mofo Show, and his band is at Wine and Spirit PGH.
I got an upcoming import feature, so to check that out. I'm finishing scrubs on the Import 101 article, so that shouldn't take me too much longer. I want to get some good pictures on that. And yeah, Scotty's band, as you were saying, that I rudely cut you off.
No, I was about to plug you. You've got your Dragon Coins review.
Oh, I absolutely would like you to plug me. Please. This is what I've been trying to get to happen ever since you had me on the show for the first time.
Jesus. This is like one of those really fucked up anime that you'd see on like.
It's not fucked up. That's discrimination. Stop bringing your homophobia onto Sega Addicts. I know, Tumblr.
This is not an evoker.
I broke the show. I broke the show at the very end.
You broke the plugs.
All because of Gordon Ramsay and his butt plug time machine. But yeah, I am reviewing Dragon Coins. Look forward to that whenever I get the review done, because it's going to take some time to get that done, because I really want to push this paywall to see how far I can get without spending anything.
I want to push everything.
Because I will say this, I am not pleased with the pricing model. Just going to throw that out there right now.
I was about to ask you to describe it, but then I was like, wait, that's kind of counterproductive. Never mind.
Yeah. Not when we're trying to end this show.
Yeah, exactly. And that's Stevie Grant is at the Stevie Grant, and I was about to plug the other thing he was doing, but I don't think he's updated that in a while. So, and he will be back with us next week.
And he has uploaded Chuckle Bits Radio Episode 2, which was really good.
Yeah, I have not had a chance to listen to it yet. But
I have. I don't think they mentioned video games once.
The Sega Addicts Network, where nothing is Sega related.
You haven't pitched that to him yet either.
We need to change the name, yes. But I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything.
Fuck it. This is not an episode.
And what I'm going to do now is, we've mentioned Scotty's band, Wine and Spirit, is on tour for the next couple weeks, or next couple months actually. And we've got their tour schedule, so I'm going to put that up. And Tom, if you've got some music for us, I would appreciate it. Yes, thank you. So, this has been Sega Addicts After Hours, episode 12.75. Dream Drop Distance, Birth by Sleep, 358 divided by 2 days. And with me tonight, again, Thomas and Malthus.
Yo!
A.K.A. Pocky X. And I am the king of weeaboos, Brett Hatfield, and we will see you next week, hopefully with a full topic and a full cast. And we will see you next time.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la.
I think... Are you showing your screen only?
Yeah, not yet.
You should do that, because that's not going to work with the music coming in.
I don't know what I'm doing anymore.
Alright, so that they can see that, right?
Yeah, we're going to see that.
Yeah.
Y'all have a nice night. We'll see y'all next week.
Peace, crackers.